Alright guys, good morning. So today, I didn't skip ahead, I promise. Last night, just before bed, I decided to read chapters 10, 11, and 12. And so now, this morning I read 13, 14, and 15 of Genesis. And what I want to talk about is the idea of a covenant and a covenant relationship. And I think the hard thing is that a lot of times we don't really understand what a covenant is. You know, everybody can tell you what a contract is, but a covenant is much different, and it's much more powerful. So chapter 15 is God creating this covenant with Abraham. Comes to him in a vision and says, "You will have kids, and as many stars there are in the sky, you will have offspring." Abraham believed, and he counted the stars. And then he tells Abraham to go buy a heifer 3 years old, a female goat 3 years old, a ram 3 years old, a turtle dove, and a young pigeon. And so this is basically what Abraham knows. It's you kill these types of animals to make a covenant with one another on earth. And so what would happen is both men would walk through the blood if you're making a covenant with one another, and if one of you breaks the covenant, that person basically gets everything else. So it's like a contract. What God is doing, though, is he puts Abraham in a dark sleep, and only God walks through with the pot, the smoking fire pot and flaming torch. Like, that's God passing through, and he's basically saying, "I am going to take all responsibility for this covenant. No matter what you do, doesn't matter if you go against me, it doesn't matter. I am going to take it, and I'm going to take the blame if you break the covenant, and I will still fulfill my end of the bargain, no matter what." And so this is so crucial for us to realize, because if we understand what a covenant means with God, we can really understand what it means to have a good marriage with a covenant marriage. We're able to really understand what it means when Jesus says he's giving us he is the new covenant. That when we take communion, this is the new covenant, my blood poured out for the forgiveness of sins. God basically saying that I'm giving this to you with nothing, with not expecting anything in return. It is a gift, and I will always uphold this side of the bargain, doesn't matter what you do. And I think that's just so cool, that God is willing to do that, because he knows that we're broken, and he knows that we're men and women of, we fall, and we can make a contract all day, but if we make a contract, it's void as soon as we go against it. But with God, if we go against it, he's still going to uphold the side of the bargain. And that's just amazing. It doesn't matter what it is, but when God makes a covenant with us, it's there always. So yeah, it's just an awesome thing to realize. I love it. And yeah, guys, let's go get this day started. May God bless everybody's day today, and the rest of the week. Let's be positive and focus focus on him rather than focus on ourselves. See you guys. What's up, guys? So we have our breakfast shake. What did we do? We did 4 eggs, so 4 whole eggs, and then about 2 egg whites. The reason I upped the whole eggs is because I'm not gonna have beef today, so my fat levels are gonna be a little bit lower. So I still want to get my fat through this. We did cinnamon Krispies instead of Cocoa Krispies this time, and then we did a packet of just, I think we did the cinnamon, which one is that? The maple brown sugar flavored oatmeal. And so that's what's in here, you know, right around 60 grams of carbohydrates again, right around 30 grams of protein, and like 18 grams of fat, I think. I could be wrong about that. But yeah, so it's gonna be a good morning. Like, we just got our daily word in, which is always a good thing to start the day off with. Got a few hours until class, so we're just gonna chill. We're gonna eat. We're gonna get our meal for the rest of the day ready, and yeah, guys. So let's kill it today. It's leg day, and I'm super excited about that. So I'll talk a little bit more about that when we get there. So, yep, let's keep killing it, guys. All right, guys. So you're not gonna be able to see me eat these 2 meals because of class today. So this is gonna be meal number 2, chicken and rice. And then meal number 3 is that same style of pasta as yesterday, except for ground turkey. It's just about 6 ounces of ground turkey in there. Probably about 5.5 ounces of chicken in there with a cup of rice and about a cup of noodles, maybe a little more cup of noodles. So that's meal 2 and 3, and then we'll have our muffin before the gym, and then we'll train. So it's leg day. Super excited. Got to get these carbs in. See you. What's up, guys? So just made my shake. Muffin time. Poppy seed again. I think that's my favorite. But let's talk a little bit about leg training, just in case I don't get it on video. We always warm up with leg extensions and leg curls. Reason being is because I have bad knees. I like to ensure that I'm going to protect that area. So when you do that, you build fluid up behind the kneecap, which protects the knee, and you also warm up the tendons in the knee with the leg extensions and stuff. And so that's going to ensure that we don't get hurt when we go to our squatting movements and stuff like that. So we're going to do 3 sets of those, really light, for about 10 reps each. And then we're going to actually get into leg extensions as a whole and do 3 sets of leg extensions. Starting at 20 reps, you're going down to 12 reps. Then we're going to go onto the squat rack. I'm not really sure where my strength at is right now squatting, so we're just going to do whatever we can do for 20 reps, whatever we can do for 15, and whatever we can do for 12. And then we'll do that, and then maybe do another set for 8. And then we'll do some leg presses. And what I like to do is do close grip 12 reps, wide grip 12 reps, and that's 1 set, and do 3 sets of that. Then we're going to do walking lunges with the bar on our back. We're going to do straight-legged deadlifts, and then finish off with leg curls. Seated leg curls, sorry, because that's what I have in my gym. So that'll be leg training. I do calves during my chest days, and then stuff like that, and maybe actually might do what Rich did and do a calf and a hamstring, and a calf and a forearm day. So I'm not going to do calves during this workout, but your calves will feel it when you do the leg presses and the squats. They still will get worked. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready, and we're gonna kill it, guys. We're gonna go build these monster legs. What I'm gonna do today is measure everything. Day 2, so we're gonna measure my waist, my arms, my shoulder width, and then my legs. And what we're gonna do with that is track it. Oh, excuse me. I'm tired. We're gonna track it so that way we can see are we really where are we growing and where are we lacking. So, you know, my arms right now, I think probably be around 14 inches cold, and then, you know, maybe the goal is 16 inches by the end of this. Who knows? I've never had really big arms, so that'll be that. My legs are probably around 24, so we'll try to maybe get to 26. But yeah, so that'll be the goal, guys. Try to, you know, really focus on where we're growing and keeping that symmetry there, because, you know, that's what bodybuilding's about, is keeping symmetry, keeping, you know, but being big but still flowing nicely. So yeah, let's go kill these legs. Let's go destroy them. See ya. Alright guys, post leg workout. Still got some striations in the quads, even after the pumping. Just really trying to get that hamstring to drop. Feeling good. Feeling good about where these are. Like I said, just gotta get it bigger. Try to keep them somewhat conditioned. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna do some cardio. We do our abs. And then shake time. Cool, guys. Hope you had a killer leg workout. Alright guys, what's up? So it's day 2 for Bigger by the Day, and what I want to talk about is a little bit of what it means to switch things up and what it means to, you know, do things your own way. And I think I've said it before, and a lot of people have said it, you know, as well, but I think it's necessary to say it now too, is that what I do is not necessarily what you should do. So if you see my back training yesterday, or, you know, I tell you what my legs training was today, and you go, okay, I'm gonna do that. That's awesome. That's great, especially if you're, you know, kind of new to this, you know, or you're not really, not really in tune with your body. Like, that's okay. But eventually you need to figure stuff out for yourself, because what works for me is not going to work for you. Like I said, you know, leg extensions, in my opinion, are one of my favorite leg workouts. I'll do them at the beginning and I'll do them at the end, because I just love the pump. You know, squats, I'll go moderately heavy. I don't go super heavy. I don't go super light. I do different foot stances on the leg press and on the leg extensions and squats. You know, straight-legged deadlifts with dumbbells are so much better for me than barbell. You know, walking lunges with a barbell instead of dumbbells, better for me. You know, I don't do stationary lunges, because I don't feel it the same in my glutes and my hamstrings. You know, so I mean, the foods that I eat: white rice and chicken, ground beef and pasta, oatmeal, stuff like that. Like, oatmeal and sweet potatoes are relatively good for all people, but you have to realize what's best for you. When it comes to rice, is it white rice or brown rice? Is it jasmine rice? Like find out what rice works best for you in your stomach, in your body. You know, do you like chicken, beef, steak, or turkey? Beef and steak, I know, are the same, but they're a little bit different in the way you eat them and stuff like that. But what works best for you? You know, you can follow people to a certain extent, but eventually it's just not going to work the same, because your body is different than that person's body. You know, for a long time, I just tried to do what other people were doing. You know, when I first wanted to do a show, I was like, I'm just going to do whatever Jerry Ward says, or I'm going to do whatever, you know, Dave Palumbo says, or whatever I can find about Chris Aceto or bodybuilding.com or whatever. And I would try to, like, take and, you know, put this here, and then eventually I just realized that that's just not going to work. So when I did my prep, I did everything that I knew that worked for me, rather than what worked for Jerry, what works for Dave's clients, and what works for Chris's clients, and stuff like that. So it's about understanding your body, and it's about changing things up. So when I go into the gym next week and do legs, I'm not going to do the same thing I did this week. But that's because I know my body, and I know that if I do the same thing over and over and over again, my body doesn't grow. Also, I know what exercises to split up. I know not to do, a heavy squat day in the same week as a heavy deadlift week, or vice versa. And I know not to just do, if I'm going to do back, I'm not going to do deadlifts and rowing movements or heavy rowing movements. I'm going to do heavy deads and decently light, more cable movements. And I'll switch it up because I can train instinctively because I know my body. So train instinctively. Don't go, okay, I'm going to do this plan. Like everybody has these things where they have everything written out and they have this plan. And then 3 weeks, 4 weeks into the plan, they're like, I'm not, yeah, for the first 2 weeks, my body was growing in that sense, but, I kind of plateaued. I'm like, well, because that plan just doesn't work for you. And you're not training instinctively, and it's because you can't, because you don't know your body. So I know that, there's some times where I'll go to do triceps, and, for example, and I'll do ropes, and I won't really feel it. So I'll only do I'll maybe do a set and then try to do a second set. If I still don't feel it, I'll just switch. What people are so dogmatic in the fact that they go, okay, well, if I start tricep extensions, I have to do 4 sets with it because otherwise I'm just, whatever. You have to. I guess it's not really about switching it up. Where switching it up is necessary, but it's really about knowing your own body and knowing what works and what doesn't work, and understanding yourself. So that way when you go to the gym, you can make the most of that session. Whereas if you're going to do exactly what I do, you probably won't make the best of, that session. So throughout this program, you can use me as a guide. You can use bodybuilding.com as a guide. You can use other people as a guide, whatever. Do what works for you. If I'm going to do chest and I do dumbbells instead of barbell, but you like barbell, do barbell. Unless you do barbell because it's easier. But if you do barbell because you think it works better and it works your chest better, then do barbell. Stuff like that. So learn your body. Take notes. So when you eat food, take notes about how you felt that day and how you felt after each meal. When you train, take notes about how you felt about each workout, and then, go back eventually and say, oh, okay, well, so when I go to do a prep, I can see, well, throughout my off season, this worked best. I grew the most when I did these movements, and I felt the best when I did these movements, and so I won't do the other ones as much. I'll focus on the movements that work best for me. So it's about knowing yourself and knowing your body in order to really optimize the gains. So just be conscious about that and be thinking about what you can do better. So guys, we have one more meal. We're at Ford right now. Probably won't show you the 5th. I have a ministry that I have the opportunity to lead every Wednesday night, and so I'll be. This video posts probably around 11:30 tonight. But yeah, so this will be the last thing. Get those feeder workouts in. Make sure you do the vacuums. If you have trouble doing the vacuums standing up, do them on the ground. It's really easy to suck in your gut and to flex the abs at the same time when you're laying on the ground. So that's a good thing too. And yeah, keep killing it, guys. We're only 2 days in, but I'm just ready to put that size on and to get up to 180. So yeah, let's keep killing it. See ya.